Welcome to the Community Shall Be Restored television show. I'm your host, Prophet Cedric Banks, along with
Prophetess Dynetta Banks.
We have a tremendous TV show for you today. We have a dynamic lady here doing some outstanding things in the community. Really helping a lot of people with the organization that she's connected to. A lot of people. You don't have to suffer out here. There's help. And this is a show that produces the resources. Welcome to the Community Shall Be Restored TV show. Just tell the people your name and the organization that you're from.
My name is Bethany Taylor, and I'm from Covenant House, Michigan. I'm here to let the world know, let everyone know that Covenant House been around since 1969, but they're here in Michigan now. And we thank God for Prophet Banks and his lovely wife for inviting us here. It really shows us that Prophet Banks and his congregation and everybody that's following him is really in for the people. They want us to make sure we let all the community know that services are available. If you are a kid and homeless and need help, it's help available through Covenant House. We have an outreach team that go out on the street and speak to young people. If you see a van with those logos on it, we're here to help. We also provide emergency food, and we also provide emergency shelter, and we have 3 high schools. On our campus, we also have educational services.
Now, what type of food do you provide?
Basically, we have been blessed from different organizations like Gleaners and other organizations that donate items. And also we collaborate and connect with an organization called Capuchin. They have a warehouse, so they allow us to write referrals. So if a family do call and they're in need, we can write them out a referral to provide services, or we can take them a box from the food that we have been blessed with through the other organizations that we
I know that if you are with Gleaners, you are providing some good food.
Absolutely.
Because Gleaners have some good food they provide.
Absolutely.
Now I want to tell you something. This show is reaching 8 million people around the city, around the region. 8 million people. So there's a lot of hungry people out there.
Absolutely. Also, Forgotten Harvest bring items to our organization so we can bless the community in time of need. But the main thing is that shelter. No one needs to be out here on the street with no place to go, getting abused or getting taken advantage of. We have human trafficking going on in this community, and it's sad because so many of our young people don't even know. They think that they're just in a relationship, but we're here to tell you that it's services available, and you don't have to sell your body or steal or rob or do anything. We are there for you. We care.
What are the ages of folks that's caught up in human trafficking? What are the ages?
It's all ages.
We got young folks that's part of this church. They're not here today. We got a young lady right here. But what ages?
It's all ages. I want you young people to really pay close attention. Some of our young people are being branded. Look at their arms. It looks like it has like a barcode on it. Look at the young people behavior when they come into your congregation or come into the schools. Sometimes when they say, oh, this is my boyfriend, I can't go. This is my girlfriend, I can't go. I didn't make it to school because I couldn't leave because I had to babysit. It's more than international trafficking going on. It's domestic trafficking going on too, right in the community. Have you ever heard of a young person say that they couldn't go to school because they had to watch their aunts or their children? Well, sometimes kids are taken and they traffic it and they use for things that they have no control over. So listen to young people and reach out to organizations like Covenant House and other organizations when you're in need, and just watch.
So people that's caught up in human trafficking, are you saying that their arm is, that a lot of them, they have like some type of symbol of being branded up on their arm or something?
It's different situations. Sometimes they will have a brand. It could be different tattoos. Just pay close attention and ask questions and listen, because sometimes our young people don't know. They just don't know what's going on. But you listen, it comes out with what's going on. So they may not say it, but they might be experiencing it.
Okay, could you bring some clarity to the fact, I work in the school system, and I've had children tell me when they were absent that they had to babysit their siblings, or they had to babysit their aunt. So what are you saying in regards to that?
Well, some situations they may have to, but some situation, if you see a pattern of things going on like that, or I can't go to school, or I can't get a job, you know, a person being just totally controlled, and you know it's not a healthy control, so you just gotta keep listening and continue to dot the I's and cross the T's, because some situation you may have to babysit, because you know we have a family and we gotta stick together, something might come up. But when it's like regular, you haven't seen the kid in 2 or 3 weeks, and then some people get brought over here through the internet. Okay, I met this guy online, you know, he loved me. I met this girl online, she loves me, and when they get here, it's a whole different story. So this internet, you have to really pay attention to the young people with the internet too, because everything is beautiful until they get here.
How old do they be operating on the internet?
Oh, it could be as young as 12, 13 years old.
No kidding.
Yeah, and they takes off, and it's sad because you see a lot of missing young people out here. You know, you see a lot of missing young people.
So the young lady met this guy on the internet, okay? And she thinks she done met herself a great guy and everything. And so when they do get over here, she sees that this guy is a real, true, living monster.
Or that can happen, or most of the time, the perpetrator wants them to come to them so they can have control. They want to disconnect them from their families.
Right.
Okay, last year it was a big raid over on the east side, you know. So you have to just listen to these young people, pay attention to their behaviors, and build relationships with them, healthy relationships, because they don't trust you right away, because they've been told, oh, I'm gonna help you, come with me. Then a few days later, maybe a few weeks later, buying things, next thing you know, you owe me. You owe me. You have to do this. And it happened more than in relationships. It even happened with family members. So it's really sad. That's why I say it's international as well as domestic.
So getting them off the streets, how do your organization go about that? Is there a crisis line that they can contact, or do you just see them on the streets and they're like sleeping in the middle of the night? How does that work?
It's variety. We have been blessed. We work with a hotline called CAM. It's a centralized assessment model where all the shelters in Detroit, Wayne County area have to go through in order to get a person in the shelter. But the outreach team, which myself and a couple of more partners, because we travel in twos and we got 2 shifts, we go out on the streets where they are. And we don't judge a book by its cover. We pass out literature about Covenant House. We don't care how they look. They could look clean because they could have just left past Prophet Banks and church and got a shower, got something to eat and walked out the door. But they still might be in a situation they don't know where they're gonna sleep at that night. They might be going to underneath a bridge. So when we reproach them with love and say, we don't care what you believe in. If you need us, we love you, we care, call us. Give us an opportunity to serve you. We might not be able to tell they need help, but we tell them if you do in the future or if you know somebody. So by treating the young people we meet on the street with respect and dignity and showing them that we there, they pass the words to the other young people and say they're good people. You can tell them your problems.
Now, I'm looking for a home. I'm just
looking for a shelter.
I mean, a shelter, a place to where I can have a place to live, or sleep at. Now, I don't have no money. My credit is bad. Just trying to think of some things for those out there in TV land. My credit is bad. Ain't got no money. Ain't got no friends. Ain't got nobody in my corner. Can you still help me?
Yes, you want to come to Covenant House or any other organization that's appropriate for your age group, because now is a time that all these wonderful council people and mayors and donors have poured resources together to provide resources to these organizations. Now you can utilize them. You could come in and take advantage of 3 meals a day, a roof over your head, lights and gas for free while you're trying to think of how you're going to start your job training, how you're going to start preparing for some type of other income or medical. We have a lot of mental health issues going on. So some of them need to get stabilized mentally before they can move on. But that's what they're there for. That's what our tax dollars, grants, and donations are there for, to serve the community. So please, please take advantage of it. And if you need the help, reach out. Reach out to the hotline number, Covenant House, the COTS, all the different organizations. Don't be ashamed. That's what we're here for. And thank God for Prophet Banks again and his wonderful wife, Miss Banks, because it's people like Prophet Banks is here spreading the word so our community could be served. And we just thank you.
Amen.
The show is a very established show here. We have brought on a lot of organizations. We have brought on the mayor, all those from city council, all those state representatives, many judges, 36th District Court, Wayne County 3rd Circuit Court, and the show ranks as one of the top shows here in Detroit now. All type of organizations, and it's an established community show where we bring out people that we feel that can help those out there in TV land.
Thank you.
We look them over, and you are one who we believed in that you can help those out in TV land.
Thank you.
Anybody got a question for Bishop Griffin?
I'm still waiting for you to give a phone number for your establishment.
Well, Covenant House direct number is 463-2000, 313-463-2000. The shelter number is 313-463-2500. Call it the shelter if it's after hours, and they will connect you to the resources.
You know, can you touch base? I know in the schools now they have like washing machines where they have to wash the children's clothes. They're very strong on providing food because many of the kids come in hungry. Have you ever ran into any families that are out there like onto the streets?
Oh, absolutely.
Where can they go? Because I know some organizations, they don't take the entire family. They have to split them up. What goes on there?
Absolutely, and it's so sad. I have to do it all the time, unfortunately, because a lot of times it's no family space available for a large family. So I may have to take some young people over to an organization that we partner with called Off the Streets. I may have to take some over to Covenant House where our establishment. We may have to take the mom and another child over to COTS. We may have to pull all of our resources and work together. That's why the city of Detroit and the metropolitan areas, I just drove to Flint. I couldn't find a young lady that called in from Flint that didn't have a place to go. I couldn't find resources there, so that means I had to get there and get that child and bring her. So we do whatever.
So you had to go to Flint to get her, bring her to Detroit?
Covenant House to me is not a job, it's a ministry. We doing something that God would want us to do.
Yes.
So it's a blessing to be able to wake up to serve Him. So if a kid, all we got to do is drive around, walk around, reach out to help people. Hey, thank you, Jesus, because that's what He wants us to do. So, as far as with the schools, all the schools have social workers, and they call me too. Cody, all of them, they need help, they know, and I don't care, my phone stay on. I do have my cell phone number that the schools and different managements and different young people on the street have my direct number. I could be out of town and answer my phone. So it's just a blessing. It's not work, it's a ministry.
Amen.
Wow, y'all go a long way to get a person.
We have taken a person to a long way. Like if we're trying to keep a whole family together, and one of the programs that will be a blessing to us and say we would take this whole family, if it's too detrimental to split them up, we would drive them. We have to. It's just a blessing to work for an organization that cares so much about young people that they allow us to really serve just like God told us. Our mission is treat them as like God is treat just like God would treat us. You try to treat those kids, young people.
Now, do you help with the insurance if a person don't have insurance?
No, unfortunately. What we usually do if a person, you're talking about pass away or...
No, I'm talking about medical insurance.
Oh, we have been blessed. We don't provide medical insurance, but it's a clinic that's now, they moved off our campus and they moved into one of the high schools. I'll get the exact high school for you. They moved inside the high school so they can service more young people, but they would service all of our kids free of charge. And then also we collaborate with Covenant Care.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, so we have been blessed. And then a lot of times people don't know, a lot of our young people is eligible for Medicaid. So the social workers get the ball moving on the services that they're eligible for when they walk through the door.
When you take in your people that work for Covenant House, there's like, are you accepting people that want to volunteer? Is there training programs you have for people to have that eye to, you know, just be an assistance to the community?
Yes, Covenant House has a volunteer coordinator. So anybody interested in volunteering, the number is 313-463-2014. 313-463-2014. Or if a person is interested in working for Covenant House, always look on the Covenant House website, covenanthhousemichigan.org. Look on the Covenant House website and you'll see all the job opportunities that's available. You know, so they have volunteer and they have job opportunities.
Do they train their volunteers?
Oh, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And we have been blessed to be able to get some great volunteers to come in and support us. Because it takes everybody and it takes a village, you know.
Amen. How long you been doing this type of work?
I've been working for Covenant House now for 19 years.
Wow.
Wow.
I was just talking about it, you know. Like I said, it's not a job, it's a ministry.
Hey,
I just been blessed to have it as a job, to be able to take care of my family.
You know, you seem like, just looking at your countenance and everything, you seem like you get a lot of joy out of this.
Oh my goodness.
Just seem like it just
Yes.
melts your heart.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you why. I have sad situations, but you know God is good. God is so good. I get paid to serve my community, which we're gonna do it for free. So don't tell me about my God. He is so good. So you're just gonna do more because it's you do what needs to be done. And when you're tired, you ask somebody to help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I ask for help. And you gotta have that support system, that team. And you gotta love one another. And you gotta pray. Before we go out on that van, we pray. And we ask God to cover us. We don't have no weapon. 19 years been on the street and I've picked up many young people. Thousands per year. That I work with. But many young people that I picked up to bring in, I don't get a chance to search them. I don't know what mental state they are. Sometimes we don't even make it to the shelter. I have to take them straight to the hospital first to get evaluated, to get stable before I take them in. And you don't tell me my God ain't good because look at him still standing.
Amen.
Anybody have a question? Or Bishop, and then Teresa, you go after Bishop.
In what you just mentioned concerning not frisking or checking for weapons or mental state and that kind of thing, have there ever been a case that you were on that really touched your heart and the individual who you were dealing with was a pretty rough customer?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I have picked up young people before and had a gun. I tell them, if you have any weapons and if you have any drugs, we got to dispose of them. I'm not a police. I'm here to help you. And the young person pull out his gun and say, I got to give it to my friend. I have been in a situation, I see the butcher knife. And I say, you can't come in the van with me. And it's been times we made it all the way in his weapons. But they can't get through the door with the weapons. But on a van with me, they can because I can't touch them. You know, violation. All I can do is ask them. And then if I don't see it, I don't know. But when they get to campus, you go through metal detectors to protect the others. Mm-hmm. But me, it's only been by the grace of God. So yes, I've been in situations. I've been surrounded by gangs before because they didn't know.
Wow.
You know, in the park, I was just going up in the park to just talk to them, to tell them about services. And it was like something that I didn't expect, but they was breakdancing at the time. So the first thing the Holy Spirit told me to do is stop break dancing too. So
All right.
So then next thing you know, they relax and they say, "Oh, she's good people and stuff." So sometimes you gotta take God. You got all the time. You
All
gotta
the
take
time.
God,
That's right.
and you gotta follow, and you just listen to that Holy Spirit. But absolutely, but we still can't stop servicing our kids.
All right.
We still gotta be out there. Yeah.
Teresa,
Okay, so what are some of the testimonies that you can think of some of the children that have come in that you've taken off of the streets that have turned their lives around by the program?
Oh my goodness, it's been some ups and it's been some sad. A few ups is seeing them walk out the door and with their own apartment,
wow.
nice car. And one of the things Covenant House require you to do, and they help you get a job fast if you don't have any, challenges that you cannot
Now
work.
they help you get a job. Now, how did the car come? You just said
Okay.
that they
Well, when they
end
leave
up
out- I never forget, it was a young man. I can't say the name on camera.
Okay, that's
I
fine,
never
that's
forget.
fine.
It was a young man, and it was so amazing because he got a job through our job development center working through a temp service. And, it was part-time. And he said he never really worked because he was getting Social Security. And his grandmother pretty much said, you can't work because, you're getting a check. But when he came to live at our shelter, he started working and enjoyed it. And then he would want to get to work a little early so he can be on time. So when we get there, he said that his boss saw him at the bus line saying, "Why are you out here going in and punch in?" He said, "But it ain't time." She said, "Anytime you come punch." So this young man started making so much money. Now Covenant House require, if you stay there, you have to put up 70% of your money. So every $70 out of 100, you got to save if you live in there, if you're working, because they don't want you to leave the same way you came. They want to show you how to
Some
save
values and discipline.
Absolutely. 'Cause you gotta
Values
pay
and discipline.
This young man left out of Covenant House, not only in his own condo, he was renting, but it was his condo, nice car, buying his furniture from the top line with, I think he had over $20,000 saved up.
Oh, wow.
He ended up doing so well that he ended up getting hired for the company that he was just through the temp. But before he even got hired through that company, he was such a role model for the young people. Covenant House hired him.
Wow.
So he had been working, and unfortunately, he had to let us go because the other job was paying more. But God is good because it went from all this happened within 2 years.
Yeah, you want to go to the job where it's more money.
More money.
You can't blame
more
him.
money.
You can't blame him.
Right. Wow,
When
that
they're
was
young,
a blessing.
when they're
though. That
young.
was a blessing.
Then it's-
What a story.
So thank you,
What a
guys.
story.
Thank
He
you.
really recovered.
Oh.
He really recovered. That was an amazing story there.
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
it's many, many more. You guys got to come and visit.
This seemed like really heart touching, and especially for him to come down, for him to come into Covenant House. He was in a situation when he came in, he was on his back.
Oh,
He
absolutely.
was just finished
And nowhere to go.
and nowhere to go. Now that's amazing for a man to pick it up like that.
Mm-hmm.
And end up saving over $20,000,
Yeah.
a brand new car, and all type of the top of the line furniture. And now he didn't come in like that. He didn't come in rolling. He came in the pit on his tail. But he recovered real well. So that just goes to show anybody that has any type of desire to get anywhere in life, and they get the support and help what they need in life, they can take off and make it.
Yes. Healthy support.
I remember Tina Turner, Ike's old wife. She went to Mississippi with 66 cents in her pocket, and didn't nobody know her, but she became famous. And how you go somewhere with that's all she had was 66 cents going into the hotel, 66 cents. But the hotel manager, hotel owner helped her, provided her with a hotel. He looked out for her. He cut her big slack. And Tina Turner took off from there. So it just goes to show that with a little bit of desire, and hope when someone provides you an opportunity, you can take off and make it.
Amen.
Amen.
Anybody got any questions? Brother Campbell.
Yes, it's a company, it's for elderly people that may be out there in the street, you're gonna have a mental problems.
Well, we refer. Our age group is 18 to 24, but while we work in the street, if an elderly person or a younger person underneath that age needs services, we'll still connect them to the organization that cater to that service. So absolutely, we'll service them, we just don't take them to our program.
Okay, thank you.
That's why I take a village. We build a relationship with all the organizations to say, okay, this program, do that, this program, let us take you over there. Let's make a call for you. Can you help us out with this young man? So you gotta pull together and help.
So what she's saying, her organization cannot help you out, but she got a lot of resources and connections. All she got to do is make some calls, and she can get some people that can help you out. That's why it's good to know a good resource. You can't beat a good resource.
That's right.
You know, I recall years back where Prophet, you know, we would go to those places, different shelters, and we would pick the young ladies up and we take them to church. Do you have any connection with faith-based organizations where they could come in and minister to the people?
Well, that's why the number I told you to call for Chris at 463-2014, he is the contact person, but ministers do come in and speak to our young people and provide services. And then they also able to go out and attend services. Absolutely.
Wow, this has been a great show today, and we thank God because you have delivered some tremendous resources out here today to not only to the studio, but all those out in TV land.
Thank you.
You have distributed some great resources out here today, and I just know that there is some people. We want to give that number out one more time.
463-2000 is our main number, but our shelter number, which is 24 hours, is 313-463-2500.
All right. What a great show. I've been your host today, Prophet Cedric Banks, along with,
Prophetess Donetta Banks.
and along with,
Bethany Taylor, outreach worker at Covenant House, Michigan.
all right. And we'll see you next Saturday at 8 p.m. right here on Comcast Channel 90. God bless you and have a good week.